Now, at the end of this video, I will for sure share my budget, my net worth, and everything that we're talking in this video.
Comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. So today I wanted to make a video to cover the 3 main things that you need to do if you're a complete beginner and you are just learning how to manage your money, or you want to know a little bit more about where your money is going. So the first thing you want to do is know your net worth. And basically your net worth is just your assets minus your liabilities. Now, assets is anything that adds money. So if you have savings accounts, if you have any money in your checking account, if you have investing, how much your car is worth, if you own your home and your home is worth money. So like everything that is worth money that you own goes in your assets, and any debt that you might have goes in your liabilities. So if you own your home but you have a mortgage goes on your liability. If you own your car and your car has value but you have a loan in your car, the loan goes on the liabilities. Student loans, all that good stuff. So the first thing you want to do is make a list of what you have in each category so that you are very aware of what you have. And this may be a little bit scary, but believe me, you want to know the truth. You want to know where you're starting from, and that is the best way to get that information. So once you have your net worth, and just so you know, your net worth is most likely going to be negative. So my net worth right now is probably like negative $20,000, and as hurtful as that may be, it is completely normal because we just have so much debt, so that makes sense. So don't be scared if your net worth is in the negative, in the red. The second thing that you want to do is figure out your budget. First thing is that your first budget is like your first draft of a novel. Like, it is not done, it is gonna be changing, and it is going to continue changing. Now, what we want to do with your budget is for you to figure out where your money is going and for you to start tracking your behavior with your money. So the first thing you want to do is grab the monthly statements for the last 3 months for every account that you spend money on. So for me, that was one for my checking account, one for my savings account, and one for my credit card, or each credit card that I used in that month. So once I had all of that, and you don't have to print it out or anything, but just make sure you have that on your computer. And I want you to, with either a notepad or your iPad or an Excel sheet, wherever you want to put this in, just keep track of the following things. The first time that you go through all of the lists, I want you to look for all of the charges that go out every month, no matter what. So that could be stuff like your debt payments to your car and your home. That could be things like your Netflix, all of your monthly subscriptions. That could be things like, actually, I don't even know what else. That could be your gym, if you're into that. That could be a whole bunch of stuff, but we don't want to put the variable stuff yet. So things like food, gas, that you definitely spend every month, but you spend at different amounts every month. You don't want those just yet. First pass through, you want all those monthly charges that are the same amount, the same day, recurring every month. And you want to write them down. You want to write what day they leave, and you want to write how much money it's to pay for them. Now, the second time that you're going to go through, you want to record your variable spending. Now, your variable spending is anything that you have spent that is not a set amount. So basically, all of your food is a variable spending, all of your gas, all of your miscellaneous, all of your fun, beauty, clothing, you know, like whatever that may be in your budget. And even if you have to create 15 different categories in your first budget, just make sure you're tracking where your money has gone for those 3 months, because that's gonna let you know where you can go from there, right? So first thing is we have all of our monthly recurring set bills. The second thing that we want to do is all of our variable spending. And then the last thing we want to do is, and this may be a little bit harder, we may have to look at like 12 months of statements for this, but basically we want to be ready for all of our annual memberships that we may have. So that may be like your Prime membership is annual. If you have a fee for your credit card that goes out once a year, like that's an annual fee. So you just want to make sure you know that those things are there and when those things are coming, so you're prepared for those things when they come. So those are the 3 things. I would say that there are 2 types of budgets that I've kind of seen out there. The first type of budget is like the 50-30-20 budget, which is like 50% bills bills, 30% savings, 20% fun. I don't know how that works because my bills take like 90% of my budget, so I am going with an alternative route of a millennial realistic surviving budget, which is more of like figure out how much your bills are and then figure out how much money you actually need to survive, and then if you have any money left, save it or pay debt. Now at the end of this video I will for sure share my budget, my net worth, and everything that we're talking in this video, just so that you guys can see the real numbers and that can kind of guide you through. But for now, here we are. So now that you have your set monthly, your variables, and all your annuals, now I want you to add it all together, and you're gonna add all of your set monthlies. You can't really change those, so you have to add those. Then you're gonna take your variables and figure out, can you lower some of that? So for me, for example, my food was really high. It was like $500 a month in food because I was eating out a lot. So when I started budgeting, I looked at that number and I was like, how much do I realistically need if I'm just gonna go to the grocery store and forcing myself to do that? So I was able to push that down to $240 a month, and that's what I do for food. Same with gas, same with, let's say if you have a clothing budget, if you have fun, if you have going out. So if you're spending like a lot of money on alcohol or Ubers or the movies, like how can you be more cognizant of that? And if that's a priority for you and a priority for you in your budget, leave it. If that's not a priority, then cut it out. So this will just give you more information of where your money is going and why you feel like you may never have money. Yeah, it was eye-opening for me. And then the last thing that you want to see is how much money at the end of your paycheck. So once you take your income minus your expenses, how much money is left? And the money that is left should go to your savings or should go to pay off debt. So it really depends on what you are prioritizing, and we will talk about debt in the next video. We'll go through my plan of being debt-free in the next video. Right now I'm trying to pay off $54,000. Yeah, that's huge. So we'll look at that in the next video. And then the last thing that I wanted to cover in this video is that the third step for you to get your shit together and get your finances together is to find a system that works for you to be able to track your spending. So tracking your spending is really important because that's the way that you are going to be able to continue seeing trends in your spending, and you will be able to continue changing your budget as you go along in this journey. For me, a system that I really love is the Budget Mom. So she has this like budgeting workbook that has like all these different layouts and things, and I have a few videos, actually I'll link it up below, just going through that and how you can use that for budgeting. But if not, you know, Google Sheets has budgets that you can use. You could just use an Excel sheet to keep track of everything. Just make sure that you know where your money is going so that you never have to be like, I don't know where my $500 went this weekend. I went to the bars and I think that's where it went. You know, you will know for sure, and you will be more cognizant of where you are prioritizing your money, and you'll make sure that your priority is aligned with where you're spending your money. So that was it for today. Those are the 3 first steps that you need to do to figure out your finances. So now I'm going to show you guys what the Budget by Paycheck workbook looks like, and I'll show you my net worth, I'll show you what my current budget is, and then in the next video we'll go in depth on what that looks like. So let's go into that. This is the Budget by Paycheck workbook, and this is just one of the layouts. So this right here is the monthly net worth tracker, and as you can see, everything I have on my assets with the balance, and you can also see all of my liabilities. So my net worth is actually, as you can see right here, in the negative, so it is in the red. So this is what you need to do to figure out your net worth. This will also help you figure out what your debt is. And another really cool hack is, if you are not sure if you have all of your debt, then using one of like the Credit Karma or credit viewing apps, you can actually see all of your debt in there. They'll have all of your accounts under your name on any of those things. However, just don't trust the amount that's there because it usually takes a little bit to update. So that's how you can really figure out your net worth, so that then you can really start working on your budget. So let's look for my budget. So I'm actually reworking my budget right now because a lot of things have changed lately, and I wanted to make sure that I had everything that my money actually goes to down here. So basically what I did here is I wrote every single thing that comes out of my account. So I went through my account and I added all the things. Now definitely I did not add a date or the amount because life is hard, guys. Okay, so let's just try filling it out without the dates because I don't know the dates. And also a child was using my iPad today and moved all of my stuff. So Roman, if you're watching this, I hate you right now. So what I'm gonna do for Netflix, I usually just budget 13 because life. This is debt, this is debt, this is debt, this is debt. Just to give you guys an idea. I'm working to lower this guy. So this is a variable amount. This changes every month, but it's between like 200, let's put 230, around 230. So I spent 240 on food, 150 on gas, 150 on miscellaneous, and then 30 in like my doctor. This is it, you know, this is my budget. I looked through and I saw all of the things that were coming out every month and I wrote them in there. I wrote my variable stuff is down here, so this is variable. Everything else pretty much comes out every month other than this, which I can change. I can change my sinking fund, my buffer I can change. I'm redoing my budget and I know that there are things on my budget right now that I shouldn't be putting my money towards, like the Denver Post. Like I need to close that account, and that's really good to see because now I can see it and I know that I don't want my money to go there. So I know that these two are definitely nice to haves, as well as Netflix, as well as Curology. However, I feel like I listen to a lot of music, so I definitely use the crap out of Apple Music. And I also, like, I don't know what to do about the storage, so I guess that's just gonna have to stay there. And Netflix is life, and Curology is my face. So I'm gonna keep those. Start doing something like this on like an Excel sheet, writing all of your variable and your fixed expenses, and figuring out how low can you get everything, or where is a comfortable place that you can get everything so that your money can do what you want it to do and not the other way around. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that wasn't too much information and it was really useful. Please leave a comment below if you have any feedback or if you have any questions that you'd want me to answer about any of the things that were covered in this video. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe for more awesome content. And remember to hit that bell notification because that's how you will get notified about the debt repayment video that's coming out next week. So thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Did